Hello, my name is Patrick Farley and I'm the System Administrator for MasterControl at the Institute for Transfusion Medicine in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We started using MasterControl back in 2005 and actually implemented the training module of MasterControl in August of 2007. So we needed a system for training that was able to put everybody into a classroom regardless of where they worked. If we had a class that we needed to get out and a course that we needed to teach and have it taught within the first 2 or 3 days of it being released, the best way to do that was electronically. We used to do it on paper, but you can imagine getting paper product out to people in 120 different locations, getting them to take the test, getting it graded by a supervisor, and having that returned to a central location and reviewed and signed off and then filed took quite a long time to get any one of our SOPs trained. The training module was probably best implemented within our donor services division. That is the division that has donor centers throughout the state of Pennsylvania, Indiana, Illinois, Virginia. And it also has mobile drives. And you can imagine that with a mobile staff, they were all over the place all the time and you could never locate them on any particular day. But now with MasterControl training being electronic, it's as easy as them going to a computer, signing in, looking up their training tasks, and getting to work. They do their training, they can do it before work, they can do it after work, they can do it on break, they can do it at their leisure and not at the time when a supervisor has to be available to watch them do their work. It really has made life a lot easier in keeping up with the training of all of our different people in different departments and different categories. It also is a great way to keep up with being able to show outside assessors or inspectors the training requirements that we have, especially being a federally regulated industry. The training module has been a lifesaver for us in being able to put out about 750,000 training tasks per year. We train about one training course every 2 or 3 days, and each of those training courses may go to 500 and 600 people at a time. One of the great features in the training module for MasterControl is the use of training exams, and that is the ability for a training coordinator to create an exam, either multiple choice questions or sequencing or true-false, and being able to put that exam to a course and out there with the people who need to train on that particular SOP. What's nice about the training exams module is that the coordinator gets to review the exam and preview it before it actually is taken by the students themselves. So they can see if there's any type of problem that the exam might bring to the student population. And once the students have taken the exam, the training coordinator can look at the results, and by using exam reports, which is an analytics section of MasterControl, they can identify whether or not any particular exam question is giving the students any type of problem, and take a look at whether they need to reteach the subject matter so that the students will get that exam question right, or whether or not the exam question needs to be rewritten in a format that is better for the student to understand. So training exams is a great tool within the training module of MasterControl. In the training module, especially now in version 11, the job code matrix is a great tool to use for the training coordinators. By looking at the job code matrix, any training coordinator can see all of the students they have and all of the job codes that they're in. Now, each of those job codes may teach anywhere from 2 to 50 different courses, but that particular matrix will show the training coordinator whether or not the students have completed those portions of the job code or whether or not they're deficient and need to complete some of their training. That is a much easier method in looking at the overall picture of a person's competency than actually looking at written exams in a training folder and trying to figure out if they've learned what they need to learn. Another one of the great tools that we've got now in the training module is the ability to retrain folks who may be gone on leave of absence. We can either do that individually in their training folder, or we now have a mass retrain system so that if a coordinator wants to retrain an entire class, all that coordinator needs to do is push the button and all of the classes, all of the courses within that job code will all be resent to the training class itself. It makes it really easy for our training coordinators to get their work done. Do it. What are you waiting for? I know it's a scary thought. Installation is scary, validation is scary, not knowing how to manage the system because you've not done it before is frightening. I remember those first few days after we installed the software and sitting at home just thinking to myself, what have I done? What have I gotten myself into? Because I've never been a sub or a system administrator for a software program before. But MasterControl is there to help and or shoulders to lean on and answer the phone every time I called. So I had to change my name a few times, but they answered. And they always had good support, good people to work with. As a matter of fact, we've worked with some of the same people over the 10 years that we've worked with MasterControl, and I don't know that I could say that about too many of our vendors.